Unveiling the blueprint, how passion, strategy, and faith forge unbreakable success. Welcome, dreamers, doers, and daring souls. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of what it truly takes to succeed against all odds. I'm thrilled to share with you the wisdom and insights I've gleaned from an extraordinary conversation with Debbie Cole, a visionary leader whose journey from struggle to success has left an indelible mark on countless lives. Debbie isn't just a successful entrepreneur. She's a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of resilience, and a living, breathing example of what's possible when you refuse to let your circumstances define your destiny. As an African American woman from Kentucky, Debbie has faced her fair share of challenges. But what sets her apart isn't the obstacles she's encountered, it's how she's chosen to overcome them. And in doing so, she's paved the way for others to follow in her footsteps. Before we dive in, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a world where every person, regardless of their background, has the tools, the knowledge, and the unwavering belief in themselves to turn their wildest dreams into reality. That's the world Debbie Cole is working tirelessly to create. And today, we're going to explore how we can all be part of that transformation. Now, I know what you might be thinking, another motivational speech, another set of empty promises. But I assure you, what I'm about to share with you is far from empty rhetoric. It's a blueprint for success, forged in the fires of real world challenges and tempered by the wisdom of those who've walked the path before us. So, buckle up, open your minds, and prepare to have your perspective shifted. Because by the end of our time together, I promise you'll see the world and your place in it in a whole new light. Let's start with the core message that resonated throughout my conversation with Debbie. Be passionate about what you want to do, have a clear agenda, stay the course, and never ever give up. And through it all, stay prayed up and faithful. Now, I can almost hear some of you chuckling. Easier said than done, right? Well, hold on to that thought because we're about to break this down into actionable steps that you can start implementing in your life today. First up, passion and perseverance. These aren't just buzzwords, folks. They're the fuel that keeps you going when the going gets tough. And let me tell you, it will get tough. Let's talk about Madam C.J. Walker for a moment. Born Sarah Breed Love in 1867 to former slaves in Louisiana, Walker became one of the first successful black businesswomen in the United States. But her path, far from a walk in the park. Picture this. You're a woman in the early 1900s. Strike one. You're black in a deeply segregated America. Strike two. You're suffering from a scalp condition that's causing you to lose your hair. Strike three, right? Game over, not for Madam C.J. Walker. Where others saw problems, she saw possibilities. Where society saw limitations, she saw opportunities. Walker didn't just create hair care products, she revolutionized an entire industry. She didn't just build a business, she built a movement. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think about your own life. What's your scalp condition? What's that problem that's been nagging at you? That challenge you've been trying to overcome? What if, like Walker, you could turn that very problem into your greatest opportunity? Walker's passion wasn't just about hair care, it was about dignity. It was about empowerment. It was about giving black women the tools to feel beautiful and confident in a world that often told them they were anything but. And that passion, it fueled her perseverance through countless rejections, through doors slammed in her face, through a society that told her she couldn't succeed. But here's the kicker. Walker didn't just succeed. She thrived. She built an empire that not only made her wealthy, but provided employment and economic opportunities for thousands of black women. Her legacy continues to inspire entrepreneurs today, showing us the power of identifying and addressing unmet needs in the market. Now, I can see some of you nodding. You're feeling inspired, right? But inspiration without action is like a car without fuel. It might look good, but it's not going anywhere. So let's talk about how you can apply this in your own life. What are you passionate about? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What's that thing that even when you're exhausted, even when you're discouraged, still makes your heart beat a little faster? That's your fuel. That's your why. And let me tell you, when the road gets tough, and it will, that why is what's going to keep you going. But passion alone isn't enough. This brings us to our second key point, strategic planning, or as Debbie puts it, having a clear agenda and staying focused on your objectives. Let's be real for a moment. How many of us have started a new year with grand resolutions only to find ourselves back in our old habits by February? How many brilliant ideas have withered on the vine because we didn't know how to turn them into reality? This is where strategic planning comes in. Enter Janice Bryant Howroyd. Now, if you haven't heard of her, prepare to have your mind blown. Howroyd is the founder and CEO of Actone Group, a global leader in workforce solutions. But here's the kicker. She started her company with just $1,500, a single phone, a small desk, and an unwavering belief in her vision. Imagine for a moment, you're in Los Angeles in 1978. You have no connections, limited resources, and you're trying to break into an industry dominated by established players. What do? If you're Janice Bryant Howroyd, you get strategic. Howroyd didn't just hope for success, she planned for it. When she couldn't afford traditional advertising, she leveraged the power of word of mouth marketing. She understood that in the service industry, relationships are currency. So she focused on building a strong network, on delivering exceptional value to every client, on turning every interaction into an opportunity for growth. Fast forward to today, and Actone Group is $1 billion company, the first African American woman owned business to reach this milestone. But here's what I want you to understand. This didn't happen by accident. It wasn't luck. It was the result of careful, strategic planning and unwavering focus. So let me ask you, what's your plan? And I don't mean some vague idea of where you want to be in 5 years. I mean, what specific steps are you taking today, this week, this month to move closer to your goals? What's your Actone Group? What's that idea that's been simmering in the back of your mind, waiting for you to take action? Having an agenda isn't about rigidity, it's about direction. It's about knowing where you're going and being intentional about how you get there. It's about making smart decisions, even in the face of uncertainty, and staying focused on your objectives, even when distractions and setbacks threaten to derail you. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but what if I don't know exactly what I want to do? And that's okay. Strategic planning isn't about having all the answers from the start. It's about being willing to take that first step to start moving in a direction and to adjust your course as you go. Think of it like this. If you were planning a road trip across the country, you wouldn't wait until you had every single turn mapped out before you started driving, would you? Uh, no, you'd set your destination, plan your first few stops, and then adjust as you go. That's strategic planning in action. But what happens when the challenges seem insurmountable? When the strategic plan you've crafted runs into unexpected obstacles? This is where our third key point comes into play: faith and resilience. Now, when I say faith, I'm not necessarily talking about religious faith, although that can certainly be a source of strength for many. I'm talking about faith in yourself, in your vision, and in your ability to overcome whatever challenges come your way. Let's talk about A.G. Gaston. Born in 1892 in Demopolis, Alabama, Gaston built a business empire in a society deeply divided by segregation. Now, pause for a moment and let that sink in. We're talking about a time when Black Americans were systematically denied access to education, to capital, to basic rights. A time when the very idea of a Black millionaire seemed like an impossible dream. But Gaston had faith, not just in a higher power, but in himself and in his community. He saw opportunities where others saw only obstacles. He started small, selling lunches to his fellow miners and offering burial insurance to Black steel workers who were often denied such services elsewhere. But Gaston didn't stop there. Over time, he built a diverse portfolio of businesses, including an insurance company, a funeral home, and the first Black-owned savings and loan association in Alabama. Each of these ventures addressed critical needs in the Black community that were being ignored or underserved by mainstream businesses. Now, here's where resilience comes in. Gaston faced countless setbacks. There were times when his businesses struggled, times when the racial climate made progress seem impossible. But Gaston never lost faith in his vision or his ability to make it a reality. Gaston's faith wasn't passive, it was active. He believed in his community and in the power of economic empowerment to drive social change. This faith gave him the resilience to keep pushing forward, to keep seeking opportunities where others saw only obstacles. By the time of his death in 1996, Gaston had built a business empire worth over $130 million. But his true legacy lies in the doors he opened for others, the example he set of what's possible with faith, resilience, and unwavering determination. So let me ask you, what do you have faith in? What's that vision that you hold on to even when things get tough? And more importantly, how can you cultivate that kind of resilience in your own life? Here's a truth bomb for you. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you develop. It's a muscle you strengthen through use. Every time you face a challenge and choose to keep going, you're building that resilience. Every time you fail and choose to get back up, you're becoming more resilient. Now, as we start to wrap up, I want you to take a moment to reflect on these three elements we've discussed: passion and perseverance, strategic planning, and faith and resilience. Think about how they intertwine and reinforce each other in your own life. Your passion fuels your perseverance. Your strategic planning gives direction to your passion. Your faith provides the foundation for your resilience, which in turn allows you to stick to your plans even when faced with setbacks. But here's the thing: these aren't just abstract concepts or inspiring stories from the past. They're principles that each of us can apply in our own lives, in our own pursuits. Whether you're starting a business, advancing in your career, or working towards any personal goal, these lessons hold true. So, what does this mean for you? How can you take these insights and apply them in your own life starting today? First, I want you to take some time to reflect on your passions. What drives you? What gets you excited to wake up in the morning? Identify those things and lean into them. Your passion is your fuel. Don't ignore it. Next, develop a clear agenda. Set concrete goals and create a roadmap to achieve them. Be specific about what you want to accomplish and the steps you need to take to get there. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Finally, cultivate your faith and resilience. Believe in yourself and your ability to overcome challenges. Surround yourself with supportive people who believe in you. And when setbacks occur, because they will, draw on that faith and resilience to keep moving forward. Remember, success is not about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond to it. It's about staying the course. Even when the path gets rocky, it's about holding on to your faith, even when doubt creeps in. It's about persevering, even when giving up seems like the easier option. As Debbie so powerfully reminded me, your steps are ordered. There are things you have to go through to get where you're meant to be. Embrace those challenges as opportunities for growth. Use them to fuel your determination rather than dampen your spirit. Now, I want to leave you with a challenge, a call to action, if you will. Take a moment right now to think about your biggest dream, your most ambitious goal. Got it? Good. Now, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Am I passionate enough about this to persevere through any challenge? Do I have a clear strategic plan to achieve it? Do I have the faith and resilience to stay the course no matter what obstacles I encounter? If the answer to any of these questions is no, that's okay. Use this moment as a catalyst for change. Reignite your passion, refine your plan, strengthen your faith and resilience. Because here's the truth: you have within you everything you need to succeed. You have the power to overcome, to achieve, to make your dreams a reality. But that power remains dormant until you choose to activate it. So I challenge you: don't let this be just another inspirational talk that fades away as soon as you go back to your daily routine. Take action. Start small if you need to, but start. Write down your passion, sketch out a plan, take that first step, however small it might seem. And when you face obstacles, because you will, remember the stories of Madam C.J. Walker, of Janice Bryant Howroyd, of A.G. Gaston. Remember that they faced challenges far greater than most of us can imagine. And they didn't just overcome them, they used those very challenges as stepping stones to greatness. You have that same potential within you. You have the ability to turn your obstacles into opportunities, to transform your challenges into triumphs. But it starts with a choice to be passionate, to be strategic, to have faith, and to be resilient. So, what choice will you make today? Will you continue on the same path, or will you choose to step into your power, to embrace your potential, to start writing your own success story? The world is waiting for your unique contribution. It's waiting for your passion, your ideas, your resilience. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's about who you become along the way. So embrace the journey with all its ups and downs. Be passionate, be strategic, be faithful and resilient, and never, ever give up on your dreams. As we conclude, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Debbie Cole for sharing her wisdom and experiences. Her insights have the power to change lives, to inspire action, to fuel dreams. And now it's up to us to take these lessons and put them into practice. The only question that remains is, are you ready? Are you ready to step into your power, to embrace your potential, to start writing your own success story? The pen is in your hand, the page is blank. What will you write? Your future is waiting. Your success story is waiting to be written. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Start today. Start now, because if not now, when? If not you, who? Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery and empowerment. Now go forth. Be passionate. Be strategic. Have faith. Be resilient. And above all, never ever give up on your dreams. The world is waiting for you to make your mark. What are you waiting for?